Cape Town is so unique and rich in culture. And it's vibrant, you know, at night. So for Cape Town and Cape Stad to exist, it makes sense to do it with Cape Face, you know, because she has her finger firmly on the pulse of this city, you know.
Cape Town, Cape Stad, skrik wakker, wake up. So inappropriate. Proudly Capetonian.
The instrumental was actually produced quite a while ago. A lot of people will tell you, like, in Cape Town, a lot of producers been doing drill and grime way before this whole Pop Smoke blowing up the sound on the international level. So the beat itself I had for a while. I was like, nah, maybe it's worth putting a drill beat on Antithesis, but I had to do it in a very authentic way. Drill music, the authentic stuff that comes from the UK, is music about what happens in the streets, and it's these homies telling their stories, and one of the most notable things is kids who rap with these heavy accents, and that is something that Young has been known for, this accent that he has.
Hustle money, cash payments for the tax evasion. My rap accent has the masses fascinated.
So here we have the Ableton live session for Proudly Capetonian. The first 3 sounds that you see is pretty much what I took from the previous version of what the song was before I kind of reworked it into Proudly Capetonian. And this is what it sounds like. After I've got that added in, I started adding in the various drum sections. Alright, now as we know with drill music it's very syncopated, so the first thing I added in was this snare sound, and it's just a rim shot and I've got a little bit of delay on it. I really wanted to drive home that rhythm, and as you can see here I've added some percussion, some hats, actually 2 tracks worth of hi-hats. After that, I added in this big dramatic impact sound just to, you know, I wanted the track to be quite dramatic, quite serious. Now, after this, I wanted to add some bells into it. These bells ended up not making it into the final version of the song. I took them out. You know, in the time I was making this, I thought they were cool, but then they started sounding a bit cheesy to me personally. Now, when I got to this point, in the back of my mind, I was like hearing this EJ sample from a track we did back in 2016, which was actually going to be the intro to his Apartheid mixtape.
Cap started at Gaslam. Cap started at Western Cape. Cap started at Gaslam. Cap started at Western Cape.
And I'm like, yo, I wonder if that would fit.
Cap started at Gaslam. Cap started at Western Cape. Cap started at Gaslam.
And it perfectly fit into the key of the track. I had to do a little bit of time shifting just to get it on time, but with Ableton, like, that's quite easily done. Now it's time for me to go crazy on these 808s. Quick story about the 808s. I initially had a very different pattern for this track. I was really struggling to make the 808s work in a way that I wanted them to work. So I reached out to a homie of mine. His name is Msai Beat. Shout out to Msai. He makes also like crazy beats. He's like a young beat maker in Cape Town. And I always like remember his beats for his 808s. So I send him the song and I'm like, yo dog, like, can you help me, you know, get some inspiration for these 808s? He sent me back a FL session with these 808s in. I really liked what he did, but I still wanted to give my K-Faith touch to it.
And is this instrument that you use? You see that part?
It's a bass. It's an 808.
That's crazy, bro.
Now, when I got to this point, I was like, okay, the track is nice, you know, the feeling is cool, but I need to add something that's going to change it that's going to really make it stand out. And what I added in after that is this famous vocal sample that I have, which is a favorite to everyone who listens to this track. What is your favorite sound in the instrumental?
Yeah, you know what my favorite sound in the instrumental is. Yeah, the vocal sample that you have there of the, you know, throughout the beat. Nah, that's my shit, bro. Like, fuck.
Real with you, I feel like the voices are like, does it for me. Like the voices just make it like crazy, you know.
Honestly, one of my more simpler beats, it's really just those few pieces that make up the entire song. And then the other sounds you can hear in the song is this voice note of EJ.
Yo, the first time I heard Proudly Capetonian was in jail. I was in prison, and Young played it for me.
K, it's K also here.
Nice, gonna listen.
Hey, what's up, K? Thank you very much, you know, keeping the dream alive and keep on working, man. I'm gonna see you soon outside, man. It's white gin for life.
White gin till the end.
It only makes sense for me to go, okay, EJ, Youngster, let's put them on a track together. And I also knew when I put EJ on this track that I could put no one else next to him. And even when I sent it to Young, he was like, yo, okay, I haven't heard this man on a beat in a long time. So it ended up working out perfectly.
My initial thoughts when I heard Proudly Capetonian the first time was goosebumps. I got goosebumps when I heard it. When I heard EJ's voice do that hook, Capstar, net Gaslam. I think that was like the awakening for me, because I was not in a slump, but because it was lockdown, obviously was trying to figure things out, and you know there was a lot going on, and social media was telling you one story and the reality was telling you another, and you're seeing all these crazy videos on the streams. So a lot of the content actually that's in the song comes from that feelings that I was having, the fear, the doubt, the uncertainty. So I think that the song came at the perfect time, because I needed something to kind of motivate me, you know, and who better than EJ to motivate me. I would say EJ has played a very big role in being a common denominator and a plug, even so, if you will. That's how I met Nani, that's how I met Psycho Beats, that's how I met Mr. Hines, and that's how I met K-Faith, all through EJ. All those people I just mentioned have literally been passed to me through EJ.
Yo, I met K back in 2014, if I remember, when I was with 5 Avenue. I was working on this project, Apartheid. So like, yeah, man, me and her, we go way back, and we did a lot of projects, you know, so we've been putting in this work, you know. It's not like a thing where we met up yesterday, you know. It's like a group of individuals that had this vision and had that vision of putting Cape Town on the map.
And then the next part was to go and record the vocals with Young. And yeah, that happened at Milestone Studios.
Cape stop, skrik fucker, wake up. So inappropriate. Proudly Capetonian. You know where I'm from now. You know it's been a while since cops that won. Why Jen is the squad.